Just play the Carnosaur here. There you go. No captain for you. No captain for you. What's up, everybody? Back for another one. Today we're going to be trying out a different Rakdos deck that I haven't never tried before. I wanted to give just the kind of the more popular Rakdos Ramp deck a try and see how that felt to me in the best of one meta, and kind of compare it to the robbery deck that I've been playing and see the difference. One of the biggest differences is that this deck plays big payoff creatures, so I wanted to see how that felt versus just what I was playing, which is more of a control, steal your opponent's cards. So the biggest difference, they play 3 Triumph to discard those big boys into the graveyard, 3 Edict, which I think is interesting. They are playing 4 Brotherhoods and 2 Brasses Tunnel Grinder, and then Celestus, 3 big score as a ramp spells. So the Brust Tunnel Grinder is another form of way of getting these guys in the discard to ramp up into your recursion spells. Seems pretty sweet, makes sense. 2 Liliana is another way to discard cards and get them into your graveyard, as well as Liliana just being an amazing card, and it also benefits from Trumpeting Carnosaur discovering it, finding it, or basically anything to the left here over here. And then the Bat as a form of ramp as well as a life linker. And then we have Chandra as our big payoff planeswalker, and then Carnosaur and Etali as our big game creatures. Carnosaur is another form of removal, which is nice. And then we play the Cruelties, the Breaches, and the Virtues as our payoff spells. So let's see how this goes and kind of compare it to the robbery list. But as always, if you enjoy my content, please like and subscribe. I greatly appreciate it. And also, feel free to give feedback or give deck ideas. I enjoy trying new things and trying new cards that other people suggest. But let's get into some games. We got 2 removal. Well, really 3 if you include Chandra, but we got ramp, a little bit of ramp. So we'll see what we're playing against before we have any idea of what exactly we're going to be doing. He mulliganed to 6. Okay. Let's make him think we're mono red for a second. Sometimes that does make a difference. Alright, so we can... Ace of the Skeleton. Okay, we're playing some kind of unique thing. Big score is good for turn 4. I think we're just gonna take the okay, we're playing a discard type of deck, which is fine. Bat is good, so I'm just gonna play Aclazotz on next turn. Yeah, I don't think he has any removal for that. And Aclazotz dies, it becomes lands, so then we can play Chandra, so it works out beautifully. Yeah, we're gonna take action. Ooh, I like the lands. I do like the lands. Do we need both of these planeswalkers? Nah. Nope, we did not. Alright, let's play Aclazotz. He kills it. It's fine. Dies. We can play Chandra next turn. Potentially. Not in a rush to kill this thing, because then he can search for stuff. Yeah, I'm not. It has menace anyways, right? Yeah. I was gonna say, I don't think he can do anything. Okay, cool. Thank you, Aclazotz, for doing Aclazotz things. Play this. He's got to have an Edict or Triumph here, which he could, totally. So because of that, we're going to do this. Wow, that was the only card we got? That's cool, I guess. I'm not sure if we want to do that. Really depends on what he does. Okay, here's his way to deal with Chandra. Okay. Wow, he got rid of his whole hand. So that was cool, I guess. Is there anything we want to get rid of here? I don't even know. I think we just want to do this right now. Yeah, I should have done this in a different order. I should have played big score first, got rid of the land, then done this. Can I? Is it too late? Yeah. It is too late. That's okay. Yeah, I don't care about deadly cover up right now. That's a very good card to find. We can get our Carnosaur back. Okay. Ooh. Deadly cover up, it would have been nice for that. Okay, he's going to kill our Liliana here. How much mana do we have? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, we can Virtue. Sure. Nice. Do we want to? Yeah. Do we want to just play Etali? Just get rid of Virtue? No. We want to keep Virtue. Virtue's too good. Okay. I don't even care about this thing. Like, it does not matter to me. The only way he's got to have an enchantment killer in his hand. Or kill his own creature. Okay. We also just have the bat at any point in time to trans. Okay, he has a bat, sure. Cool. Okay, we're gonna get back Etali, I think, right now. Steal cards from his deck. I think those are both amazing cards. Yeah, I'll cast that for now. Yep. And we'll flip over our bat. It's a sorcery. No. Now we're cooking. I think we can do this too, yeah. Ooh, yeah, we don't need that. That felt amazing. Good game. That worked as intended. And that kind of shows what I mean by, like, Chandra not being the only win con. Makes a big difference. This is a very good hand for us. We can Virtue on 2 if need be, Celestus on 3, or Liliana on 3, whatever makes more sense. A lot of removal. Okay, planes. 4th land is good. So we're probably going to Celestus here since they didn't do anything. Are we playing Boros? Yes, we are. Where's our Brotherhood's end, baby? Okay, that's good. So that makes me want to play this too, so we can Cruelty 4 answers. We could have Virtued there, but I don't. We could Virtue and Liliana next turn if they only have 2 creatures on board, so we'll just see what happens. If he goes off here, we're just going to Cruelty and try to get a board wipe. Get a deadly end. Or Leader's Call. Okay, that's... So, because of that, because we have 5 mana, I think we just do this. And then we hold up the Carnosaur. We could Liliana too. Start making things awkward for them. This also, yeah, is another way of just like getting Carnosaur in the bin for next turn. Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense to me. So we can Cruelty next turn. Cruelty for 1, maybe? If they only play 1 creature here... Oh, they're having a really slow start. If they only play 1 creature here, I'm just going to sack it. And they didn't play anything. Okay, land is nice. But... I want both of those cards, so... Ugh, now I can get rid of one of those. So... We're just do this on 1. We don't need the Carnosaur right away. Okay. Sure. Maybe we do. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe we don't. Yeah, because we can sack, cause them to sack 1. Get rid of their hand. Yep. So we get rid of that. We get him to sack 1. Next turn we can get Brotherhood's End. Okay. Smart decision. Okay. Cool. We're just gonna get a Brotherhood's End. Land is good. Could get a Chandra too. Again, the problem with Chandra though is that you could also just get a Carnosaur. We get a Carnosaur next turn though. We could go Carnosaur into Brotherhood's End, which would be disgusting. Deadly Cover Up isn't bad either. There's so many things. What's the battlefield looking like? Let's just get a Brotherhood's End. Where is it? Yeah, because then when you play this, everything gets +1/0. Okay, I just draw another one. That's fine. Just top deck things that are useful. It's always nice, right? Nice. You know what else is useful? When you play big, amazing cards. That's not the greatest card that we could have drawn. We could Breach here. That feels pretty good. Yeah. Let's just do that. Your graveyard will get Chandra. Opponent's graveyard will get... probably... Do I have an Aclazotz? No. Any of these cards let me... I think it's just this for more blockers. Just move opponent's board state. Good game. That's what it's like to be Boros. They didn't get the most aggressive start, but you know, who cares? We beat him. Yeah, it feels good. Just draw our 4th land and big score things away. Okay, there's our 4th land. Okay. Not sure what we're playing against here. Blue-red. Still have no idea. Big score of 4 seems fine. I think we're just gonna Edict here. Sure. Sure. Whatever. Do I care? Do we care? We don't care. I'm gonna big score away the Brotherhood's end here. Actually, we're just gonna... Yeah, we are gonna do that now because of the potential for board wipes. I mean, not board wipes, counter spells. Nothing in the bin yet. Okay. Captain Schmapton. There's another one of those. Just try to virtue it, I think. He counters it, it's fine. Nope, Fading Hopes it again. Cool. It's cute. It's very cute. We're at, what, 5 mana now? No more captain for you. I don't even care what that is. I just want to take away the captain because he kept Fading Hoping it. That's funny. I don't even care. Okay. Sure. Okay. Did all that work? We need land, actually. So we're gonna get a Haunted Ridge. Could just Carnosaur here. But we can do that next turn just by killing this first. Thanks. That was a funny couple of turns. There's another captain. Nice. The captain. Okay. Investigate twice. Create a colorless 1/1 Thopter with flying. Okay. 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 This is funny. You just play the Carnosaur here. There you go. No captain for you. No captain for you. Not sure about this one. It's questionable. I don't really want to mulligan down and then get 2 lands though, so I'm gonna keep it and just hope and pray for amazing things. If our opponent wants to play today. Okay. Green. Okay, there's a good card. Now I feel better about this hand. All it takes is 1/2 drop. Okay. So I see what's happening here. Okay. Okay. Oh, what's going on with our game? If this thing gets over 3, then we have to kill it now, because we want to be able to Brotherhood's End next turn. I feel like we're just going to do that now, because he might have something. He only has, what, 1 counter on it? Yeah, that's totally fine. And that's our best play. Slowly working our way up to Etali. Face down card. That's Ward 2. I mean, sure. We have nothing better to do. And I'd rather save my board wipe for more little guys. We also have a deadly cover up now, which is nice. Okay. 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 I mean, at this point, I'm not wiping the board for that anyways, so we're just gonna pass and work our way up to our big boys. Do we have anything in the bin now? I think we're just gonna play Etali. Okay, now's probably a good time to wipe the board. Yeah, especially since we drew another one. There's nothing to put counters on, man. I think we're gonna get rid of the Beast Collar if he doesn't play another one well, yeah, if he doesn't play another one already. Okay. He's probably gonna get tired of us. I mean, I'm sorry, man. I really am sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. Get rid of Beast Collar. So the cover up is an amazing card. Cankerbloom and this guy. He's a 6/6. Okay, we're just gonna save that for next turn. Drop a big boy. Drop a big dino. Does he have removal? He might. Sure. Yeah, that's disgusting. I didn't even know Etali did that. That makes me love this card even more. Because I always just thought Virtue would just get, what is the backup? Science combat damage. Oh, whatever. So if he kills it, we just get it back. Yeah. Yep. Cool. That's actually really bad for him. So we just get to trigger again and again and again. Sure, I'm not taking damage for no reason at all. I'm just gonna keep playing Etali. Sure. Sure. Fun card. Sure. We can just get rid of this at this point. We don't need that at all. I mean, this is probably where he concedes, right? I would. Yep. Just put it in our hand, yeah. I don't want to get rid of Bitter Triumph. Okay, there's that. I don't really want him to have 2/2s, right? No. It's a cool card. We can just get a Cankerbloom though. Good game. Sure. We'll just get it back. Sure. You just letting us play through, right? Okay. Thanks, man. This deck is fun. Super fun. I kind of... Yeah, sure. Sure. Edict, but hand, okay. Big game. That felt amazing. When this deck pops off, it's disgusting. I think it's just finding the right amount of lifelink and the right amount of removal. Going first. It's definitely risky because we have 2 lands, but we have a lot of 2 mana removal here for super aggro. Okay, looks like that's not the case, so I don't know what we're playing against yet. Could be a mirror match, could be Rakdos Aggro. Looks like it's a mirror match. Let's just get a Liliana down and try to do things the way they're supposed to happen. Okay. Still nothing from our opponent here. Big score is pretty good. So let's get rid of Brotherhood's End because it's not as important. Try to ramp into our big stuff. Like discard. Ooh. Good. I really don't want to discard anything right now. I like what we have. But I guess we can play Chandra. Yeah, I don't know. What's better, Chandra or Virtue? Probably Virtue, right? But we can't even play Virtue yet. Can also just... Yeah, I think we're just gonna do it, man. Worst case, we play... Okay, so we're playing a mirror match, yeah. Does he have a dragon? I'm guessing. No? No dragon. Yeah, getting Liliana to its ultimate is pretty sweet right now. Okay. Let's exile the top 2 cards of your library or kill 3. Create 3 treasure tokens. So that's what he's doing. That is a good card for these type of decks. Yeah, because he can just breach us next turn if we do it that way. Swings at us for 4. What are we discarding? I think we're doing this again. The issue is that I don't want to be in a place where I am helping him to find big spells. Like breaches. Get rid of... Yeah, let's just keep him on the train of discarding. At a certain point we're going to have to kill it, but we're just trying to slow it down. It's quite an annoying card. But we have 8 mana now, so that's nice. How do we not find any lands? We have a Carnosaur, that's something. Okay. Yeah, I mean, we were just gonna -6 there, so it puts him in a weird, awkward position. Awesome. Of course he has that. Oh, okay, he killed our Planeswalker, not our mana. Okay, so what are we doing here? We're playing Virtue? Does he have anything here? No. Virtue puts us in a good spot, though. Because he's not going to have enchantment removal. It'd be nice if we found mana. It'd be really nice. Yeah, so if he breaches us, it's good because then we can still benefit from stuff. We can still cruelty next turn. Okay. You can't breach us yet. Of course. So now we're gonna have to kill these things. Oh, okay. Well, that was very cute what he just did there. Could do that too. I kind of like the idea of that. Let's take his cards. Play Chandra. I mean, at this point, does it really matter? It doesn't. Because he's just going to he could kill us though, right? But he can't kill us yet. He'd have to Brotherhood to end us. Yeah, let's just kill him. He gets more tokens, whatever. Next turn we can add 2 mana of any combination, and then we're expecting a breach, right? So then we can just get back 2 creatures every turn. And then it'll be hard for him to outpace us. Okay, he's at 6-9 mana, so he can definitely breach now. Yeah, that's exactly the card I was hoping he didn't have, was that exact card. So either way we can cruelty those, so that's fine. Yeah, we'll just get back a Carnosaur. Deadly cover up put in hand, yeah, that's a good card. What would be nice though is land. Land would be so nice. Cool. That's actually fine. I don't really want to get rid of another virtue here. I think at this point it's gotta be. I just want to play this. Let's just play this. On 1. We can just, this way we can look for land too. And take, okay, it's a breach, yeah. This card right here is keeping us in the game. Yeah. So he's gonna get a Chandra, which is annoying. But that's fine, that's why I wanted to do the cruelty on 1, so that if he did this, that we would have things to look for, the answers to the cards that he finds. So we're just gonna find a removal spell. Okay, yep, of course he found Etali. Etali. Cool, so he's gonna Liliana us. Did he Etali into Etali? Wow. That's cool. Brass Tunnels Grinder is nice. Okay. Okay. Nice. Cool. Give us tokens. Definitely gonna create 3 treasure tokens. Of course. Which is a mistake by him. But we literally have deadly cover up and we can get rid of his breaches now. So that's another thing we can do. So it's gotta be big score at this point. I don't. Or maybe, yeah, maybe it's just Virtue. Virtue is a game winner, though. Yeah, I don't think we need big score anymore. So we just deadly cover up next turn and remove his board. And then remove Breach from his deck. Yeah, sure. Does it really matter? Sure, I mean, yeah, good game. I was about to say, we're just gonna deadly cover up and then take away his breaches. Deadly cover up is such a good card. I mean, Virtue and deadly cover up are winning that game. So we deadly cover up this turn, remove his breaches. Next turn we play Virtue, and we are already getting Etali back every single turn. So that was a good one. Good game. It's definitely an interesting one. We're gonna keep it. I mean, it's got a lot of potential. With a lot of ramp, and a lot of card draw. So decent amount of removal too. So if we're playing aggro, we should be in decent shape because we can triumph here. Carnosaur. Okay, we'll. I'm trying to think if we want a Carnosaur or Celestus here. I mean, Brass or Celestus. This is Celestus. I think we can grinder next turn and get rid of. Okay, we're playing against some kind of ramp deck. So, Bitter Triumph. Okay. Do we big score here or do we grinder? I mean, we're almost at a place where we can just play Carnosaur too. Which seems like a good place to be. Yeah, I think this is what we do for sure. Do they have any blue? No, they don't. I think. I'm trying to think what we're gonna get rid of. I guess a. Well, definitely that. Trying to think. I'm probably gonna get rid of big score. One of the big scores. I still don't. 2 lane cards, so they're definitely rampant big. Okay, so Arena, as usual, has ramped us up against. I mean, matched us up against a ramp deck when we're playing a ramp deck. Okay, there's our land. Cool. So we have a ton of mana now. So I think we're gonna start putting pressure. Try to. That's a good one. Okay. Yeah, we'll take action, get rid of the cleave again. Nice, that's a great one. So if they wipe the board, we just play that next turn. Yep, sweet. Sweet. And we still have removal for planeswalkers. I think we're going to drop down the. Okay, whenever you attack with 1 or more creatures, create the money 1/1 green tokens, and if you control 10 or more creatures, you may play the exile card. Okay, that is not a problem at all. Okay. Yep, get back to Carnosaur, do our thing. Cruelty, I was about to say, Cruelty is what we want here. I think we're going to see what they got going on over there, and then we'll play Chandra next turn. Okay, they got herd migration going on, so that means that we might even just want to board wipe. Wait, what just happened? Why are we... Is it triggering twice? What's happening here? Did we just get Breach here then? Yeah. I'm so confused why that just happened. Why it triggered twice. Maybe somebody can explain to me. Oh my goodness. What do we do here? So many good choices. I think we go Chandra, and then sure. Yeah. Do they have another board wipe in their hand? No, they just have that. Actually, let's get Etali. Cast the second side, cast that. Sure. Nice. I think we're in good shape. Do we have any other creatures? Yeah, we got Trumpeting Carnosaur next turn. This deck is so much fun, man. I love this deck. Sunset Revelry, do not care. Okay, that's he does know that these things are trample. And that this thing has indestructible. So unless he has exile spells. I mean, do we care? Do we care? Okay, he's drawing cards, that's nice. We could, yeah. We could kill it for 3, or we could Triumph or Edict a token. I don't really see the point though. I don't see the point in any of this. I guess other than we want to get a double Carnosaur back, right? Yeah. That's the point. That is a good point. Because we get back Virtue Carnosaur, and then we get one back with the Cruelty. So Carnosaur. Okay, I guess... yeah, there's no other creatures in the graveyard, is there? So, whatever. It's not like... we're gonna go 2 this time and do Chandra. And just win the game with Light at the Stage. I still am not understanding why this is triggering twice. Well, no, I'm sorry. We did put it on 2 this time. Okay, Bitter Triumph is good. Cast that. Just pay 3 life. Yep. Just clear out the way. Land is good. Still not understanding that. Is that like one of these enchantments that's doing that? I don't understand why those things are doing that. I'm not understanding. Let's just go here. Let's swing in. Everything has trample, so we're gonna do that. Is good game, I think. Yeah. I think he's not realizing that we can just do this. Sure. Good game. That was absolutely disgusting. Looks okay. Definitely want to find some of our card draw and ramp spells. Okay, so looks like we're playing against. Trying to think. Do we want to just? Yeah, we'll play the Restless Vents on 3 or 4, depending on what our opponent does here. I am gonna do this now just to try to slow down the Toxic. Yeah. Cool. Cool. Figured that was coming. To do this now. I don't know. I think we're definitely going to play Cruelty on 1. I'm going to hold off on Brotherhood End for right now. And then we're going to get probably a Carnosaur. Okay, that's part of the reason why I wanted to kill it, because I knew what this deck is. It's not the greatest deck, so this is actually going to be a tough matchup, because they're going to proliferate things, and that's why they needed to establish the poison. I played this deck a long time ago, But our deck does not have a ton of creatures, so we have to find things. And this card is extremely annoying, actually. I'm gonna play this on 1. Of course he has a... Nope, he does not. Okay, I was about to say, if he had a counterspell, I'm gonna just wrap this one up real fast. He has a way to deal with our enchantment. Or he's gonna proliferate. He just had... Oh, that's good. Another proliferate. I mean, it's gotta be this. Just... Yeah, this card's really good. Already at 3. So, how many cards do we have in the bin? We have 5. So we could deadly cover up and get rid of the corpse puppet, which is not the worst thing ever. Yeah, that card is so good. It's a really good card. I think we're gonna play... How much mana do we have? Let's just... Damn. He gets this back when he proliferates, right? No, he doesn't get this back at all. I still think we gotta get a creature though, in case it dies. So we can get it back next turn. It's gotta be Carnosaur because we can play that this turn. That's pretty good. We can just get rid of the lands, I think. Draw 3 cards. Celestus is actually pretty good. Okay, second Carnosaur is good. Yeah, it's not good. He's got an Edict, that's fine. If he Edicts us, we get it back. Okay, so we get it back next turn, but we're still gonna be at 6. Yeah, it's not a great matchup for us. Get the Carnosaur back though with the Cruelty, which is good. Okay. Let's get the Carnosaur back. This is a tough one. Tough game. Another Cruelty. I think we're gonna have to go. How much life are we at? We don't have our 7th land. We could just definitely get Brotherhood's End though. It seems good. Celestus into Brotherhood's End. Yeah, because it kills the Planeswalker too. Let's go ahead and do that. Slow him down a little bit. Nice. I like it. Celestus. Okay. Gives us a turn. Yeah, unfortunately we're not going to get any... I mean, we can get one of their creatures, I guess, which isn't bad. We can get the Venser. Never mind, we can... It's not great. Okay, he just did that proliferate. Yeah, I mean, we can get the Venser. Okay. Sure. Yeah, I think we're about to lose. Unfortunately he's hit every freaking Edict and every removal spell, so oh, he just gave up. Sorry man, I don't know why he gave up, to be honest. Like, yeah, we hit the nuts with the Etali, but like all he had to do was get 3 more counters on us. We haven't put any damage on him yet. But this is exactly why in any version of this deck that you play that you have to put pressure on them, because otherwise you're just what was I would have done here if I was just playing like a robbery without big boys, you know? This card's so good. And then honestly, we would have needed 9, so we still would have needed the big score, flip it, trample, plus with the Vraska. Yeah, but I really wasn't expecting to win that one. Good game though. So post-game wrap up, this deck went 12-3, and a part of that was just me getting the deck list right, and part of it was just learning curve. The deck list feels great. I mean, 12-3 in best of 1 is a great record in Mythic. So the biggest difference between this list and my other Rakdos robbery list is the payoffs. So we're playing Aclazotz, which is also a form of ramp. Trumpeting Carnosaur is absolutely amazing, and this is exactly the card that I needed in robbery. And then Etali was really nice too. So Carnosaur serves multiple purposes, as I'm sure you're aware of. So it forms as a form of discard to pump up our Brass Tunneler. We can discard it with Celestus, with Brass Tunneler, with Bitter Triumph, with Liliana. So lots of different ways to get rid of it, as well as just using its ability. And then, you know, obviously we're discovering 5, so that can get us a Cruelty, a Liliana, any of these cards. Brotherhood's End's really nice to get into sometimes, and any form of our removal, as well as some of our ramp, which is awesome. So Carnosaur just like is the key to the deck, and definitely the most valuable card, because it not only does it serve as removal, does it serve as a way to get back with the recursion spells. It just puts pressure on our opponent. It gives us card advantage, and we can just keep getting it back over and over and over again. Not to mention, Italiaing into a Carnosaur is absolutely disgusting, or whatever. I will say, from playing this list, it's made me change my robbery list around to where it's not so focused on stealing my opponent's cards, and I'll show you that list after I get done here. But overall, I think the 2 Deadly Cover-Up was really important. I didn't have those in there at first, but there's some decks where you really need that, and then just its ability to get rid of a card from your opponent's deck is just really, really nice in best of 1, because I can just, you know, it's not hard for me to get to 5 mana at all. I play 26 lands, multiple ramp spells. Like 5 lands is nothing, and getting the evidence is nothing either, because I'm doing a lot of different things to get cards in the graveyard that are very expensive. Even Carnosaur, which I wouldn't want to get rid of that, but still. So that just like shuts down certain decks, and it just gives us like okay, if we don't hit our removal, at least we have this if we need to. And then we play so many recursion spells with Cruelty, Breach, and Virtue that we don't care if we have the board, because we're just going to get them back. This deck can get bonkers and get out of hand really, really fast, and it just needs to survive the early game. So I did put in 1 March as just an additional way to gain life, especially with Chandra out. That's just really nice, because you can gain a ton of life. We're also gaining life with the Bat. There's an argument that Sheoldred could be in here in best of 1, but I honestly didn't need it. The games that I did lose were like 2 red going first, Boros Aggro going first, and then me not finding this card. And that's the only reason I lost. Like, if I had found that card, I would have been able to stabilize most likely, or at least had a much better chance of winning. So, you know, there's an argument that this could be a 4th copy, but it felt good overall. And I think if I were to make this a 4th copy, I would just take this out. Like, this is a win con with Chandra, but not a single time did I ever use it. And honestly, like, the other thing, because we're putting so much pressure, you don't really need this win con, because you can just hit him in the face with Chandra if you need to, which is what I did 1 game. So there's an argument that I don't really need this card, and maybe I just bring in like a, you know, maybe hit this one just as a way to exile graveyards for those graveyard decks, or another form of life gain, or just another Brotherhood's End as a way to sweep the board early in the game, which is probably what I need to do, just honestly. Like, Light It Up the Night, I think it came in handy 1 game, but it yeah, that was 1 time. So otherwise, I really liked Edict. Edict felt really good. At first I was like, why are they playing Edict? Because for me, Edict, I really like 1 Edict, but they were playing 3 Edict in a list that I originally started with, which 3 felt a little too much. But Edict comes really in handy against like creatures that are indestructible, or creatures that have ward. So it is really nice, and then being able to find it at certain times in the game with Cruelty is really amazing. I think there was one game where that came in handy. Breach is really cool. So talking about the other list a little bit more, the biggest difference with that and this is the other list has one more big score and maybe one more of these, and then it doesn't play Liliana, and it plays instead of Breach, it plays 3 Outrageous Robbery, and that's really the difference. So, you know, Breach and Outrageous Robbery are basically big payoff spells that can benefit you a lot in certain situations. I guess Breach, the advantage of Breach over Outrageous Robbery is that you get the cards right away. I think in that last game I breached into Etali, I think, and then that's why they rage conceded even though they were probably still going to win. Versus Outrageous Robbery, Outrageous Robbery has different win cons with it in the deck, so you basically make people rage quit because you steal 20 cards from their deck if you have a Chandra out, or even just stealing 10 cards from their deck without Chandra is still bad enough because you can play all those, with, it doesn't matter, any mana color. So that's one of the sweet things about that card. And it's really, it's really just playstyle. I think I have one in the sideboard, yeah, because this deck basically plays the same. Like most of the time, I'm not winning because of these cards. Breach, in this deck I am winning because of Breach. This card is a little slower, but it's good in control matchups. It's instant, So there's an argument that it could be like 2 in the side, for this version. And it could be like the take out the 3rd Liliana and put in another robbery. Maybe the March, I don't know. I just like having the March as an additional way to gain life with Sheoldred, and because March benefits so much from Chandra. But yeah, that was the list. I really enjoyed it. I never got this card to flip, but it always felt really good because I'm just discarding a handful of nothing. Like especially when I get flooded, or if I just have like a handful of these cards, I'm just getting rid of them all and drawing one more card. And it's nice to get a fresh hand. And then on top of that, it has the potential to flip. But most games, because we're putting pressure, we don't have to wait for a thing like this to flip or even have time because we're putting so much pressure. So going to the robbery list, like I said, the biggest difference with that is in this list we have the light up the night card in there. Let me just get this situated real quick to where I can see things better. Okay, so yeah, so we're just playing one Chandra, and so that's a win con for this deck. Outrageous Robbery is a win con as well because we can just mill our opponents, which I did multiple times in the last video, I think was how I won, but that was because I wasn't putting any pressure on them. With this list now, it feels very similar to the deck I just played, but it gives me other win cons. And then Outrageous Robbery is just a really fun card. I don't know which deck I would say is better per se. I think they're very similar and they play very similar because of these are the main focus of the deck now because of the recursion spells and Cruelty. I guess you have a little bit less recursion because you're not playing Breach. But Outrageous Robbery adds that element of just stealing cards. The Dragon, I took it out completely. My view on the Dragon was stealing cards with it wasn't that great because I had to have the mana that they had. So a lot of times they did nothing unless I found a land. So that was a useless. You don't want to have a useless card on turn 3 in best of 1. And then turn 4 I'd play the Dragon sometimes, or it'd be too late, or it'd get killed and then I wouldn't even get to gain a treasure token. And it just kind of felt like it'd be better if it created a treasure token when it entered the battlefield. I think that would make it very good. But I think it's just kind of like okay. So it didn't feel good enough, and that's why I kept coming back to this list and being like, it needs something else. And then Carnosaur, the other thing it did for this list was add another form of removal, and then obviously the threat. Aclazotz added lifelink a different form of lifelink, and then ramp if it dies, and it's just a recursion spell. And then Etali just, you know, adds a monstrous dinosaur as well. Obviously I took out one Chandra, and maybe this can go for a third Chandra, but I don't know. Maybe this deck just needs to be more focused on Chandra a little bit, since we're focused more on Outraged Robbery. We want to double that up, so maybe that's what we do. But that's probably where I would play this list at now. And again, like I said, with the light up the stage, it's definitely cool, but I think our main win con now is going to get one of these big dinosaurs on the field, or stealing our opponent's cards, or milling them. And then we still have Mire tokens, we still have Restless Vents, we still have ways to put pressure on them. But yeah, that's going to do it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and as always, please let me know of any decks that you're trying, or any suggestions you have for this deck list, or cards that you've tried that are cool. And please like and subscribe if you enjoy my content. I greatly appreciate it. Y'all have a good one. Peace.